Sebastian here with Sea of Thieves Central. Today, I'm so excited to be sitting here talking to you about the most important day in Sea of Thieves history since, at very least, E3. So batten down hatches. If you are a pirate, get ready to hear all the news that you are going to want to hear in today's video, because today is probably the most important day in all of Sea of Thieves history. So first things first, Sea of Thieves now has an official YouTube channel. It will be linked in the description below. Go check it out, subscribe, and in that featured a glorious video that announced the technical alpha 0.10, which 1,000 lucky players in the insider program will be allowed to play and have access to December 16th, this upcoming Friday. I don't know how excited you guys are, but I'm absolutely stoked. People who have actually been accepted in this 1,000 will be notified in their email next week. It shall be known that only Sea of Thieves insiders will have access to this kind of draw, so I'm guessing it's completely randomized. Get excited. This could be you. This could be your opportunity to play Sea of Thieves. In this glorious, beautiful video, it featured plenty of new gameplay, but we're not really going to be focusing on the gameplay itself because it's not that extraordinary. It's all new and it's all beautiful and it's fluid and it's gorgeous. However, we're focusing more so on the mechanics and what players will actually be doing in this alpha. It looks like it's going to be all about quests because the actual title was the Quest for Gold, and that's kind of all that they showcase. But that's incredible because people want to experience that and know how it feels. One of the first things we see in this game is actually a pirate, using a compass, which is great because that means the in-game scenario will feature somebody having to have a compass to direct and help navigate the seas and help point the steer of the ship towards wherever the crew wants to go. Very exciting stuff. Not the job I want to do because I would probably get us all very lost, but it is an important position nonetheless. The next, and one of the biggest things to come out of this video, is actually the item wheel, which I'm guessing holds all of your inventory, or at least the basic necessities of the inventory. So the item wheel houses the map, a tankard, a compass, a lantern, a hurdy-gurdy, a shovel, a wooden plank, and a concertina. Now obviously the two instruments are for playing, because we know that in-game you are allowed to play instruments and encouraged to. The wooden plank is to help repair your ship in case it gets, blown up by incoming cannonballs. The shovel is to dig up treasure. The lantern is for light because you actually get to play in the darkness. Maybe you can move it around. Maybe you can place it different places. Interesting stuff. Campus obviously help to direct. Tankard is to get drunk, and hopefully you can walk in a very straight line, unlike my friend. And the map is to actually help find the treasure. Now, I'm not exactly sure how you get maps, but I'm guessing when you accept quests, probably from an NPC or a bartender, or maybe you find them somewhere, like just whenever you find them, I'm guessing that you get the map. And especially in this alpha, the map, you should probably note that the map has letters corresponding with numbers and an X that actually marks the spot, which is a red one. Classic. Clues will probably help point you to the right quadrant. Obviously, you're going to want to find A and then scroll down to maybe 4 on the thing, and then you want to go over a few paces. And the map is just very interesting. It's well laid out. It's very clear and concise. You will be able to find and make your way, but I'm sure there will be some problems. You just want to find the quadrant with the red X and then start and digging up and see what actually there is down there, and maybe even eventually you'll be able to bury your own treasure and make your own maps. That could be interesting. I don't know, that's just a wild accusation. Now, you've seen the maps that come for specific islands. However, they also have a map room, which I will be calling a war room, where the war deck actually has a humongous map table in the middle, which will help you navigate all of the seas. So every part of the great water, the hashtag great water, it will be there, so you can kind of find what island. Maybe if you've been there before, it marks it on the big map. It's very cool because we all know that the Sea of Thieves will be a massive one, and you will need some help to try to circumvent your way around things and figure stuff out which is, I'm very happy about that. It's very cool, and I'm excited to see exactly how it works. The next thing that really surprised me was, we know that this game is all about collaboration and working with your crew to get things done, but something that's really cool is that you can actually show your other friends in the game the map. So let's just say maybe you're the only one that has a map, or somebody else is holding something else. You can actually flip it around and show them so they can see. That's very interesting. It's just a little thing that can help and will bring joy, and it's just all about collaboration. Additionally, just like how you have more people helping to raise the anchor, turning the crank, the faster it goes, but the more people dig in for the treasure, the faster you find it, which is also another hint of collaboration being a very important part. Being able to take people's treasure is the next thing on this list, as we see these other pirate crew come and they're just like, I wanted that treasure, I almost had that, we've been tailing these guys forever. Maybe they will actually be able to take the treasure, maybe kill the crew, take the treasure. Very cool stuff. I'm excited to see how that actually plays out in game, and I'm guessing that the alpha people will be able to try that out, which is just awesome. I'm so excited for that. I'm ecstatic. Now, when you get the treasure chest actually to your ship, you will be able to place it anywhere on the ship. So maybe if you have a hiding hole, you want to put it there, because when other players and other ships and other crews take over your ship, they'll obviously become looking for that treasure and want to take it back to their own ship. But hey, maybe they won't be able to do that because maybe they won't be able to find the treasure. And that's a very cool mechanic, and the little details in this are what makes the game. The fact that from the beginning to the end, when you find the treasure till you sell it, there is an imminent threat of danger, and you have to be thoughtful about it and careful. As executive producer Joe Neate said, they are feeling very good about their pistols and blunderbusses, not so good about the swords yet, they're just ironing that out, but pistols and blunderbusses have been confirmed to be in the alpha, so we will be able to see how close combat works, and this obviously results in boarding other people's ships as well, which is one of the funnest things, in my opinion, that I have not experienced yet, but I'm very looking forward to doing so. I saw some of this at San Diego Comic-Con, but the alpha will also have the players experience the Ferry of the Damned, which is where the players go after they die in battle, and then you're gonna have to figure out your way to get out. But I'm really excited to explore this particular area because it's a confined place with enemies and friendlies. Who knows what you're gonna find there. Now, the way you get out, apparently, according to this video, is, quote, ask the captain nicely, end quote. What does that mean? How do you ask the captain of the Ferry of the Damned? What exactly does this mean? Maybe you just go up and click a button and then he'll be like, yeah, you go ahead. Maybe you have to do something. I'm not exactly sure. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. If your ship entirely gets sunk, friendly mermaids will help send you back and repair your ship. Contrary to popular belief, because again, at San Diego Comic-Con, we saw some very mean-looking, abrasive, abrupt mermaids, which I kind of assumed would not be very friendly and would potentially try to attack you. However, maybe it depends what kind. Maybe there's different kinds of mermaids, maybe different faction. Depends how long they've been a mermaid, that kind of thing. Very cool stuff to see. I'm glad that we get to experience all these little details of the game that we weren't too sure about, obviously in very small doses, but they're still letting us play it. After completing all trials, you go back to the ship, right, and sell your treasure for gold. Now, obviously in this thing, it's called the Quest for Gold, and in this alpha, you might not be able to have other things, but maybe you find other things out when you dig them up, and it's not just gold in the treasure chest. Obviously, you won't be able to open up the treasure chest. However, when you sell it back to them, they'll give you gold. Maybe they can give you some other things like weapons or parts for your ship. I'm not exactly sure yet, but obviously this is an alpha, and it's very, very early on in development, and they're just giving us a little bit of taste, everything they have down that they feel is very ironed out and very working well. So I'm happy about that, and I can speculate on what we will get to see, because based on this particular information that we have now, we can kind of see the direction that the game is going and what kind of goals the Rare team has to put in and all the more detail, and we can just keep talking and talking and talking about that. This is about questing, everybody. This alpha is about questing and kind of getting players' feet wet. Who knows how long the playtest will actually be? I just know the day. I don't know yet. Additionally, I'd like to mention that there is no swordplay and there is no skeletons or enemies like that we can see anyway. They haven't said that there will be, so I'm assuming not. So that is another part of the game that we haven't explored yet, and ghost ships, we haven't explored that yet. We won't get to in this alpha test. We do know that there will be more tests as well in the future, so sign up for this Sea of Thieves Insider program to potentially get the opportunity to do that, because I know that you want to and I want to. If you're watching this video, you must be excited for the game in some capacity. I'm glad that you're here and supporting it. It's pretty clear by watching this video that there is a strong sense of strategy in the game. The 4 players in the crew, or 5 players, or however many there are, they will have to work together constantly to get the job done effectively and efficiently, which I'm very happy about, because as we know later on, there will be a way to play by yourself in a solo ship, just by yourself, because certain players like that. But Sea of Thieves is all about collaboration. That's a main focus of the game. Additionally, we do know that there will be voice chat in this, I'm assuming anyways, and I don't know how the matchmaking system will work. Maybe it'll just pair you up with 4 other players in the playtest at the beginning, however long the playtest is. I'm guessing it'll be 3 to 4 hours, maybe, I don't know. And the goal of this for Rare is to be obtaining data and learning all sorts of things, what players do, how long it takes players to do things, what they like, what they don't like, if there's any issues. And that's very valuable information for Rare. So if you're in here, please take it seriously. Obviously have so much fun with it, but take it seriously because it is important for them, and it's a fabulous opportunity to be a part of the community in a way like nobody else. This seems to be a very simple version of the game that they have down properly and that everything is working well for, and I can sit here and I could spew accusations and hopes and predictions for what is going to come, and I just did. But I could do that forever, guys, and you need to know that like this game has so much potential just from what we've seen, and what we are actually going to be experiencing and exploring in this playtest is a small fraction. That is one quest. Everything I described to you is one quest in the game that will undoubtedly have hundreds. It's just the exploration factor. I know if I do get in here, and I'm not guaranteed to get in the alpha, if I do, I will let you know if I can, if it's not breaking an NDA. But when I get in here, the first thing I want to do is just explore and experience what the game wants me to, and I'm so excited to be able to do that, potentially anyways. I'm just ecstatic. I can't believe that, like, what a great early Christmas present. I hope you all are very, very excited. I am, of course, as you can probably tell. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Just tell me your thoughts, anything. Please just comment down below. Like this video if you enjoyed it, if it was helpful. I really appreciate that. It's always appreciated. This has been Paladin, Topaz, or Sebastian, whatever you want to call me, with Sea of Thieves Central. And don't forget to find treasure, literally, if you get into the alpha. Fight the Kraken, hopefully, if you get into the alpha. And live that pirate life.
Yes, I like the rhymes.
All of us are born with the miraculous ability to determine the direction from which sounds approach us.
Let us venture into new and uncharted land.
People get shook up, when I'm introduced as God.